Bitches. It's the Dead Bitches brunch holiday edition here. I do have to say this because it's YouTube, all the blood and all this, it's fake. Okay, it's all fake. It's for pretend. It's fun. So yeah, cover that out of the way here. So how's it going, Petty Bone?
It, good and gruesome, getting ready for Xmas.
You look like you've been like attacked by like a bunch of like possessed gingerbread men or something like that.
They try to put up in, but you can't keep an evil elf down. So
that is right. All right, folks. Well, we have a very special guest with us tonight. She is going to be kicking with us the whole episode because we are going to talk about one of our favorites of the season, and that is Krampus. Love that guy. And a bunch of other fun holiday horror. So without further ado, you know her, you love her. She is a baddie that we love.
Hey, Steve. Is that a moose over there?
SFX. And if I could click the right button, I would be bringing her on. Hey, girl.
hello.
I had music and it just restarted it from the start. And I was like, oh, get it off real quick. So I think what happened here is the story that we're sticking to is that, you know, Leah and I, we were some elves up to no good, and Mrs. Claus had come in with her claws and put the little workshop and, you know, put us in order here. So,
yes,
you know, no real elves were harmed in the making of this episode. Your elf on the shelf is okay.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. What's up, girly? How have you been?
Not bad. Getting in the holiday spirit. Got the tree up. You can see like a little corner of it in the back.
I was gonna try to do the episode from the living room tonight, but there's just too many people over and stuff. I'm like, no, okay, the tree for another one. I barely got mine up today. You were talking earlier. You've had yours up since October.
Yeah, I have. I think it was for Halloween. No joke.
That's okay though. That's why we love you, because one thing that all of us have in common, other than being spooky queens that do adore all things Halloween, we also very much all love Christmas as well, and adding that little kind of dark twist and flair to it on there. So tonight we loosely have a plan here for the episode here, but for the most part, you know, we're just gonna, you know, go with the flow of things here tonight. As always, we encourage, you know, have a little drink. We are a lot funnier if, you know, you have something to perk up the evening. My jokes are better. I don't know. Out there. And if you can, like and share the stream, we appreciate that. Let others know that we are on.
Please do.
Oh, we're going to start off tonight talking about Krampus, and I'm trying to pull up my show notes, which are on my phone.
Yeah, let's pull them up because I don't remember shit about it.
Yeah, we can start with, this is the Krampus movie from 2015. It was directed by Michael Dougherty, who also did Trick or Treat. So, fun little fact. I didn't know that there was that connection on.
Oh my god, I didn't either.
Yeah, I was doing some little last minute research on it today because I'm totally prepared for everything all the time in advance.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, and I found that out. So yeah, I thought that was a cool little connection on there. And then I didn't Google any further if he's Australian, because they also refer to this as an Australian horror movie as well.
Okay.
But I didn't, you know, Google that far. So let's pull up this, you know.
My old person brain remembers after. I'm going to Google it because I'm curious.
And I'm going to share the trailer here.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. With the kids jingle bells. Merry Christmas! Looks like Martha Stewart threw up in here.
This is delicious.
This is a little dry.
Well, mine's delicious.
Mine's dry.
You want to trade?
It's the
Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
with those holiday greetings and
How we were going to survive Christmas with 12 people stuck in a house with no heat and no electricity.
or food.
There's plenty of leftovers, Howard.
Here it is.
It's the weirdest thing. There's no cars, no people.
How long can this keep up? We heard something on the roof.
The hell is this?
St. Nicholas is not coming this year. Instead, a much darker, ancient spirit.
Those are hooves. Elk?
Goat? What kind of goat walks on its hind legs?
His name is Krampus. He and his helpers did not come to give, but to take.
Everybody, hold on to each other.
He is the shadow of St. Nicholas. It's Christmas. Nothing bad's gonna happen on Christmas.
So good.
I need to know what those horns are made of. Those are some large horns to be held up by, like, God knows what.
It's got to be a foam.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah.
On a headband? You think they're on a headband?
No, I think they have wire. Well, they're probably in a headband of some form, but what I would guess is that it's a foam horn, like a foam mold, and then they have a thick enough wire that can
Yeah.
through it and stuff on there, and then that obviously has to be
Attached.
attached to something. So, I mean, if you're doing a mask and that big, because I think they did well, I'm not sure if they did practical effects or not on this. Let's see here.
I was talking to my mom today about how a lot of, like, makeup companies and stuff are, like, not doing so good because not a lot of people use practical effects anymore. Like, I would love to see a movie where they just, like, a recent movie, you know, where they do just, like, all practical effects. I think The Void, like, if you guys ever saw that movie, that was kind of newer.
Yeah.
And they did, like, all practical effects.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
I know. It seems to be like more realistic if they were to do it that way, but
Yeah.
Let's
I mean,
see.
one where they have, like, you know, like, fucking just crazy shit going on. Like,
Yeah. Did you ever see Psycho Gorman?
yeah.
That was mostly practical effects.
Huh. What, I
Um,
feel like there was another one not that long ago.
yeah, that was a lot of practical effects. What was the other one? No, this one said most of it was CGI. So there's our question to her. Really good.
What are those horns made out of? Screens. Green screen.
the Halloween Krampus mask, and that thing weighs like 25 pounds.
Yeah, yeah. They have I check Spirit's website all the time because I'm addicted to Spirit Halloween. They have this Krampus animatronic that's out. And it's like the way it's hunched over is so like gross to me. Like it's got the weirdest hunchback and like the chains and stuff. Like it's a pretty cool animatronic. Some of them look real cheesy, you know, but this one's pretty darn cool. It's really expensive though, or else I'd get it. Put it up in the corner of my living room.
Great.
Yep.
But yeah, he's got these long chains, this like huge long beard. It's so cool.
It is awesome. And just the way he moves so slowly. We were talking about Krampus a little bit. You know, he doesn't even have to talk to just be like scary as hell.
Yes. I feel like the like scariest like killers or monsters or whatever, they're the ones that don't talk. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Michael Myers, Jason.
Yeah.
Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in this Krampus movie, you guys may recall, it did employ some fun little possessed gingerbread men in it. It also had the teddy bear that grew teeth as an accomplice in it as well. And then it had that creepy Jack-in-the-Box that you saw pop out by the girl. But I'm sorry, folks, spoilers. This movie came out in 2015.
Yeah, we're not really spoiling.
What are you doing?
Huh?
I said, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing with your life?
Right,
Yeah.
right. What are you doing during the holidays?
They're watching the show hoping that we spoil it all.
Right. But that gets really big. There's an attic, like an epic attic scene where the parents go up there to rescue one of the kids and stuff in there. And yeah, it's super dope. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. Krampus from 2015. I think it definitely holds up. And the kids are so annoying in it too.
Oh my god, that's the worst. I literally hate when kids are so annoying. Like the Baba Duck is like not even a good movie, but the kid in that just makes me like, oh, like grind my teeth. I'm like, this movie is the worst just for this child screaming all the time.
Oh, the kids are terrible. They're terrible in this movie. So you you feel bad because you're cheering. You're like, yeah, Krampus got that one. But yeah, it's fun. They have a really good line in it from the aunt. In the film, they ask her at one point to take the kids to the kitchen, not to the chicken. Sponsored by adult beverages. And she's like, what? I don't even like kids. I didn't even like kids when I was a child. And I felt that line like so relatable. Not that I don't like kids, but it was just that thing where she's like, I don't want to be around these little kids. Like Krampus is like picking them off, you know? like you hang out by them.
Yep.
One of my favorite, most memorable lines from that movie is actually from the Aunt Dorothy when she says something like, we're fucked, and you know it's like I've been around long enough to know when life's coming at you with its pants down, and I'm like it sums it all up right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be one of the things in this film, it tries to like really lean into like the original lore of Krampus, which is from Eastern Europe, specifically Austria. So I think the grandma is supposed to be Austrian in it because big chunks of the film she's only speaking in another language. I'm just assuming it's Austrian because that's where most things for Krampus and stuff like that reside. So yeah, it's when the grandma says something in another language, and yeah, the aunt says that on there, and they're like, "What, you speak Austrian now or German?" And she's just like, "No," and then she goes into that line. That was a good one on there. I also like when she walked into the door, she said, she asked right away, "Where's the eggnog? I need to get jolly."
I'm gonna start saying that.
He's definitely one of my favorite characters in that movie.
Yeah,
I tried eggnog for the first time this year.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I freaking love it.
I was new to eggnog too. I didn't ever had eggnog until like my late 20s. I haven't had it in recent Christmases.
Yeah, everyone makes it sound like, ew, eggnog. And I was like, eggnog? All right.
Did you try like just regular eggnog or like spiked
Yeah.
eggnog? Okay.
It's regular eggnog, but you know what they have? They have almond milk eggnog.
Ooh.
Probably be good. I want to try it. It's on the to-do list.
Yeah, that sounds tasty.
You should try it with some Baileys and some Evan Williams.
That sounds delicious.
This is how we get jolly off of eggnog.
Yeah, right. It's not just the regular eggnog.
It's not the normal eggnog.
In a bottle.
Oh, talking about holiday cocktails, though, over the weekend, we went out to a bar and they had what they called a sexy sangria, which I'm always here for a sangria. Like, it gets you drunk, but it's delightful going down. It's super strong as it's red wine. But this one had like a spicy, almost cider cinnamon twist with it. Oh, it was so good. I didn't need any more cocktails after that, but it was delicious.
They have this, Steve and I go to a meadery quite a bit, and they have this mead called Joy, and it's just like nutmeg, cinnamon, like orangey. Oh my God. It's like Christmas in a bottle. That's what I call it. I'm like, this is so fucking good.
So good.
So good. I love that, like cinnamony, spicy in a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really good. I was thinking of, and I like it when it's in a cold beverage. I'm not much for like hot beverages because I've been to like Christmas parties where they'll have the crock pot going of like the spiked cider and stuff like that. And it's like after one cup of it, it's like good, but it's not something you're like reaching for again.
The alcohol makes me hot already, temperature-wise. So I'm like, I don't want it extra. I don't want to be like extra warm.
Right.
So I agree. I drink the iced for sure. They had like that meadery had like a lavender mead, and I would mix it with lemonade and ice in the summer. Whew, so good.
Oh, that sounds so good. That's so cool that you have a meadery by you, because like the last time I've had it was like at a
We have a few. We really do. Upstate New York has a few meaderies.
Oh, go. It's from Honey Wine, right?
Yeah.
Go beekeepers.
Right.
Helping the bee population.
One meat at a time.
One meat at a time. So a movie you were talking about earlier, not a highly recommended film, but still goes along with our theme here. I wanted you to give your little review of that, and that is Mother Krampus.
It's so bad. And there's that makeup that's on that cover is not what's in the film. Like, I need you to pull up a picture of the makeup. It's so bad. It's just like smeared grease paint on her face. Oh my God. But it's like the worst movie ever. The concept's good. The acting in the movie, bad. Spoiler alert, I don't even know when the movie came out, but Frau Percher was like hung or whatever. She came back from the dead. She was hung by like this family and all the other concerned citizens in the town. And turns out the mother of the family and the father, like they were the ones doing the Krampus shit. Yeah. And you see all these kids disappearing throughout the movie, and you see Frau Percher, the one who came back from the dead, I guess, like taking the kids. And but you don't see her like killing the kids. And then you see like her killing all the adults, and you're like, what's going on here? Why is she taking adults too? But it's really the family taking the adults, because the family has to like, they're killing everyone off to protect their secret, and they killed off their daughter, like their adult daughter, and then the granddaughter finds out because Krampus, Mother Krampus, tells her like, oh, it's really your family that's doing this with your grandpa and grandma. So it was, good concept. You didn't really see it coming, and then you're like, oh shit. But terrible acting.
There also is a Mother Krampus 2 as well.
That's on the watch list, because from the first one, I can only imagine what the second one is like.
Let's see. I found some image. I don't think there's any like really good images out there that I can see of how bad the makeup is. There's this one.
That's it. Yes.
It's probably more like this, but somebody like just dark.
No, that's exactly. It's exactly like that second picture. It's so bad, and like they only give you like quick glimpses of it, but it just looks like someone put cream paint on their face, went to bed, and woke up the next day and did a movie. It's so bad, and like so I don't know where they get the cover from, because there's no one ever dressed like that. She never has an axe. Like that doesn't exist in the movie. It's so weird. Like you think you're getting that, but you're really getting that like terrible makeup. So bad. Yeah.
Based off the poster, I mean, that looks really sick.
That does not exist. Even the person down on the bottom, that like literally does not exist in the movie at all. It's so weird.
They probably spent more money just making that promo
cover. Feel like we blew our makeup budget on the cover.
To try to make it better.
Go to Walmart and get some grease paint.
I'm curious for the trailer now. Let me see if we can pull this up. It's from 2017, so we're good on that.
Wouldn't really spoil it.
Spoil it.
I wouldn't recommend anyone watch it anyway.
Who are you? Have you ever heard of Frau Percher?
Frau Perchter was a witch who over Christmas stole the souls of children.
This is an urban legend.
Molly Fletcher did those terrible crimes to our children, so we took her out to the woods and we strung her up. That day, she put a curse on us. Frau Percher would come for us and for our children. Did you hear that? Yeah. It's her. I'm telling you, it's her. She's back. What is it about your past you haven't told me? Is that why you're a drinker? Because you're such a flyer? No, you did. So sick.
They gave you a little bit of that makeup at the end. They're like, see? Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Well,
that one scene though that they showed you that she was like strung up with the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool makeup. She had like all these Christmas lights coming out of her stomach and stuff. It was all bloody. It looked like they were like in her intestines. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I mean, kudos to their trailer editor.
Yeah.
Made their poster.
I was stoked to watch it. And then I was just like, what?
2 hours if I'll never get back.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that was funny.
I'll update you after I watch the second one. I think it's called like Sleigh Ride or something. It's probably extra terrible.
So, folks, check it out or not. That was Chelsea's FX review of Krampus. Oh, I know. Even though you say it's terrible, I still want to check it out now, just because that preview was really.
I feel like you have to. You really have to, because you're gonna be like, "Oh, I understand why she was so mad about this makeup," especially from the cover. I thought what I was getting on the cover.
Yeah. Definitely feel. What is it? Oh gosh, I totally forgot my words on there. See, I should not be the one with 2 screens because I already forget words 90% of the time, and then I easily get distracted as well. So we had another classic film on deck that we were going to talk about, and there's actually a series of films that go with this. We have a preview to go along with it as well, but we have all seen this gem from 1984. So again, if you haven't watched it
Back
yet,
in my day,
there's like 6 or 7 of these out there. So just get on it. You're covered until New Year's, and that is Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I want that poster so bad.
I know.
That's so cool.
I think they sell the knockoffs of it on Amazon and Etsy.
Guess what I'm going to get? I love it.
The movie poster for the second movie, and it's a really cool poster. It's like him with the axe and the door behind him. And everything. But the second movie is so bad compared to the.
I mean, are any of them great?
No.
The second one is so fucking bad. It's like unbearable. Like I won't even watch it now. But have like a little spot in the kitchen with like just the small poster frame, and I'm like, all right, I need you to put that poster back in just because, you know, it's the poster.
Tis the season.
Yep.
That would be a good idea for like kitchen decor.
Yeah.
I used to, back in the day, in one of my apartments, back when I was really into The Walking Dead, they had that season where they went to, like, I think it was Terminus, that railway station where they were actual cannibals that lived there. And there was this whole thing leading up in the series of these maps that led to Terminus. And so I'd gotten a poster of that, and I had it in my kitchen because I thought it was kind of like tongue in cheek because it was about cannibals. But it was in my kitchen, but like nobody got it because I think everybody was on Walking Dead at that point. But like to have like movie posters like to the season and then just like switch them out and stuff. I like that idea. But movies, like, maybe people would get the joke other than just me being like, why do you have a map?
That's awesome.
Well, to give this film a little bit of context, if anybody hasn't seen it, we are going to check out a preview on it. But let's see here. And this is the wrong part. I totally had my notes ready. There we go. So the story concerns a young man named Billy who suffers from post-traumatic stress over witnessing his parents' murder on Christmas Eve by a man disguised as Santa Claus, as if that is not enough. And there also is a bit of graping in it as well. And his subsequent upbringing in an abusive Catholic orphanage. In adulthood, the Christmas holiday holds him in a psychological breakdown, and he emerges as a spree killer donning a Santa suit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So, folks, the trailer from 1984, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Before Christmas, all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. You've made it through Halloween. Now try and survive Christmas. Silent night, deadly night.
And there are about, like we said, 6 or 7 of those gems.
I have never seen the trailer, but I really love how they ended off with, like, you survived Halloween, now try to survive Christmas. Like, that's sick. Like, okay. That's a little Halloween mention. We love that.
Yeah. No, it's a fun little ditty. I do have to say that on there. It has a lot of good kills on it.
I like that he's, like, so young. You know, when you expect, like, a Santa portrayer, you expect someone who's, like, old and whatever. But I like that they left him, like, looking so young, you know? With, like, the dark hair and, like, no facial hair. I like that.
Well, you know, poor Billy, he was just thrown into this. He got, like, you know, they're like, oh, we need a Santa Claus and, you know, throw on the suit. And of course, he's like completely fucking traumatized because he's murdered by Santa Claus. And he's like, you know, okay, I got to do it. And then, you know, he gets it on. He's like, oh, shit, I'm a killer too, you know?
Triggered.
Yeah.
Triggering. Let me tell you.
Just a simple Santa suit.
That'll get you.
Yep.
It isn't. I think the premise of the first movie is that he's trying to like get back to his little brother who's still in the orphanage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's trying to, well, they set him up to like work a job and like go on to like lead a normal life and things like that. And he just so ends up working at the toy store and fucking hell breaks loose.
Let's see. Brandon was one of our wonderful sponsor, Gravity Bleeds, was sending me a photo I was trying to upload on here, but that's not working on here. No, I had forgotten that a couple years ago, I got to go to a really cool local band called Impaler. And I hope they do it again this year. But a couple years ago, they did a Krampus Christmas show. And they had like these people that were walking around in like legit, really good Krampus costumes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I always see like the parades and stuff that like people have like these freaking all out like really scary Krampus suits, and I'm like, I want to go to one of those.
Right? I was hearing when I was doing some research on it, I was listening to a podcast that was talking about Krampus, and one of the hosts on the or one of the guest hosts on the show, and this is from the Dolls of War that I got this. He was like in college in Austria, and he was saying during December, it's just like completely normal to see like people walking around in Krampus costumes.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
For people to see people with the Santa Claus here in the States.
That's really cool.
We have a haunted house that does a Christmas Krampus themed haunted house every year in December. I think this was like their 3rd or 4th year maybe, but it's really cool. We went one year and they had a couple different Krampuses, and of course when you go it's like, you know, after dark, and so you're walking and all of a sudden there's like someone just like running up on you and all you can hear is these bells, and then you see this like huge thing up, like the horns, and
yeah,
that's awesome.
Here we go. Oh, I was able to get it on there.
Oh, wow. Those are amazing.
Yeah, so they have. And here I'm like giddy as a child, as is my friend Melissa. We weren't there for Santa Claus.
Take your picture with Krampus.
Yeah, we were super. And like these guys, like they actually had like the hoof, like feet.
Oh, wow.
As well. And then just covered in like that fur-esque material and stuff.
I love that everyone has their own like interpretation of Krampus. Right? You know what I mean? Not one Krampus looks the same. And it's
out of his neck.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Well, it's gnarly. So, yeah, if you folks are ever in Minnesota and you have a chance to check out Impaler, they're one of the first bands I ever saw that like sprayed artificial blood on people, mixed in wrestling. And also a lot of like fake impalement. I wasn't sure because I was like new to like going to like not Christian church shows. My friends like, oh, they're a really cool metal band, and I'm like, cool, let's do this. You know, I'm into metal now, and yeah, it was a lot, but they're a lot of fun. So
that's awesome.
Ever check them out? Good stuff on there.
Oh, another thing too I just thought of was not this coming weekend, so the following weekend, I believe it is December 17th. Don't quote me on that. There is a year-round Halloween store in Michigan, if you are in Michigan, called Crypt Keepers, and they're having a Krampus party. So go get your family photo taken with Krampus. Make it the cutest thing ever.
That's it. I'm packing my bags and moving.
Yeah,
that's good. All the cool stuff.
Both of us.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Yes.
Oh, I know. I was
sitting on Krampus's lap.
Right.
Yes, that's awesome. I would send it out to all my family. I'd be like, look at
right,
Krampus.
Yeah, actually, my daughter was making her Christmas list this year, and she said she wanted a Krampus Barbie. And I'm like,
have that?
I'm gonna finagle that, but
I need to see that.
Growing out a tiny little beard.
We have this little. It's called mantle. I think we got this at FYE, but it's like on the shelf, but Krampus on the mantle. So
I love that.
he's super cute and fun.
He is adorable.
Oh. And he usually, because we keep our Krampus mask on the wall mounted like 365 because it's too big. And, you know, there's nothing else that could take Krampus's place. So he's always up there and he's got his little Krampus bell that he holds on to. So.
Aww.
Yeah, we don't have a Krampus. We do have a big gnarly Belial mask that Brandon made for AXE. It's shown up in some pictures because it's actually for them, but we kept one that we put over a lamp. So, but it does have the big gnarly horns on that as well.
Yeah, I can't say that the Krampus mask doesn't freak me out a little bit when I'm heading out into the living room and I got my flashlight and I'm shining it around and I see these horns on the wall and it's like, oh God, are you here to get me already?
That's so funny.
Right. And talking of masks, December 10th, 5th annual Xmas. Tickets are no longer available at zoomark.com, but they will be available at the door. And that is Portsmouth, Ohio. If you don't live a zillion years away, as do I, definitely recommend checking this out. Not only is there going to be kick-ass, amazing performances, but, you know, the reason, you know, these two elves got our asses kicked is because, you know, maybe we got a sneak peek at some custom Philbrick Studio masks, one-offs that will be available exclusively at Xmas. Yes, and it just has, you know, all the things that you think of when you think of Christmas, like maybe an Olaf, maybe a Krampus, all other delightful, wicked winter wonder masks are going to
be freaking love Christmas
available. And I have to say, like, yeah, these. So check that out. December 10th, Portsmouth, Ohio. Tickets are going to be available at the door, and that is for Xmas. And yes, bring your shekels because there will be some very. It was sad to see some of these get shipped out for that show. Let me say. Sad to see that happen. And talking of our sponsors as well, we'll just go ahead and do this. Dead Bitches Brunch is proudly sponsored by Haunted Housewife Creations and Philbrick Studios. And you can actually check us out online at philbrickstudios.com. You can see nothing available right now, but I have a little elf has told me that there are going to be some new masks available. These just sold out today, but you can also see the artists that are underneath Philbrick Studios. Don't know who that gal is, but this lady here, Pettibone, click on that, takes you right to her Etsy on there. And if you haven't checked this out yet and placed your order for you,
I got mine.
orders and mine are on the way. Oh, see, the ones I ordered is not. This was the set I got. Was a little Krampus.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. And
I
then
got the Elvis ones.
The Elvis ones, cute. Yeah, because both of you guys are Elvis fans.
Love Elvis.
Super cute. And then she showed me a picture of these ones the other day. Super cute.
I love the ghost face one.
I love these down here.
I'm looking at it like this, like a real old lady. I'm like, what's that? Can you see me?
Right. I think these would be super cute on pillows too.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So I might be hitting you up for that. But a whole variety. These are little kitchen towels, which I like to switch out through this season. And then there also is shirts. There are the pillow covers, which I love, because pillows are expensive, so this is a cheap way just to kind of like switch them out for the season, and it also then just keeps your pillow nice and clean. And I'm sure Brandon's going to comment on how I'm saying pillows, but fuck it, everyone knows what I'm talking about. You can also purchase can coolers as well. So if you're looking for some cute, spooky stocking stuffers,
cute.
Those are cute. So yeah, check that out. And yeah, you can either go right to Etsy to Haunted Housewives Creations, or you can get there as well by going to philbricks.com. So you can get a mask, and then you go get your koozies. You can also get to Dead Bitches Brunch and all of our fun stuff on here. Check out latest episodes. Cool stuff. And I will say, if you check out our fan of Gravity Bleeds artworks, our shop is now in philbrickstudios.com. So we're gravitating away from Etsy. So yeah, we have our paywall built in the site. So thank you, our wonderful sponsors.
It is beautiful.
And check them out. Check them out. Let's see here. And talking of Gravity Bleeds, speak of the devil. I feel like I have like candy cane or latex dripping in my eye as well. Going back to Silent Night, Deadly Night, because we got off track from there. He says, my favorite clip is when the store owner locks the door and says, it's 7:00. Let's get shit-faced.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so they're having a little party.
Yeah, start having your little party. Yep. There's always some good drinking lines in like holiday horror movies. Going back to Krampus, there was that one, they showed it in the preview, where the uncle's like, oh, we're locked in here and there's no food. And the wife's like, oh, there's leftovers. And he's like, beer it is. And like all this fancy food that they were like not having.
Yep.
So good stuff on there. Well, you recently saw a new film that just came out, and that was Silent Night. So yeah, give us your review of that one, Chelsea. What you
10 out of 10. We'll be watching it every year. It's really, there's like an unexpected twist. You kind of get like a Bad Santa vibe from the beginning, and it's totally not that at all. Like, it's actually really wholesome. It's definitely not a horror movie, but it's like packed with gore, and it's very wholesome. That's like not even sarcastic. Like, it's a very wholesome movie.
Oh, I like it. It's like that kind of goes back with the vibe of Krampus. Like, it has like, it's very wholesome. Like, you can watch it with your family and you still get like those Christmassy, good vibes and stuff. But then there's just really awesome kill scenes.
Definitely. That's exactly how this is. Like, I even told my mom, like, Mom, I think you'd like it. I know it's very gory. She's like, I can handle the gore. She just can't handle the jump scares. She's like, I think I would like it.
Well, hey, I mean, if this,
I'm like, hey, Mom, you watch it for that right there.
Hubba, David Harbour.
Yeah, so you get some like Bad Santa. Jesus, I gotta stop watching that. No, I'm just kidding. But you definitely get some like Bad Santa vibes from like his appearance in the beginning, but they switch it up on you.
So what you're saying is David Harbour is essentially a hunka burn in love.
He is a hunka burn in love.
Burn in love. I mean, he's a hunka burn in love in Stranger Things.
I didn't watch Stranger Things. Okay. But now I might, because now I know who's in it.
Let me tell you. And you get to see a lot of shirtless dad bod of him in there. Well, not a lot. It's still a kid's show. But there's several shirtless scenes. As I was trying to Google the shirtless scene from Violent Night, but there's no like images of that for me.
There totally is. Pause.
Oh. there was a pause.
You think I didn't save that one?
I've got this dinner Christmas stocking for you.
Oh my god.
I like is so nice. She like beats the shit out of us, but then she consoles us with like sexy pictures of David Harbour.
Yeah, it's amazing. I gotta find it. I don't know how to work my phone. Yeah, because I was like, I need to post this and let all the ladies know to go watch it. No, I don't know what I did with it. I think I deleted it, so I have to go find it.
See, anytime I try to pull it up, it pulls up the shirtless one from Stranger Things, the newest season. And then that one, he lost all his weight. And he's still fine. But it's not the
We love a dad bod.
Not the dad bod one.
Yeah, and he's like got all these tattoos when he takes his shirt off. And I'm like, whoa, Santa.
That must have been, I wonder if he has all those tattoos. He must have been just for the film. Or maybe, yeah. All these other shirtless pics, which I'm not going to share on the stream. don't have tattoos.
Huh, I can't. I don't know what I googled to find it. I don't know if it's still. Nope. All right, I'll post it again for the ladies when I find it.
This looks too funny not to share though. This shows the extremes of Stranger Things one. Let's see here.
So everyone, if you're not following ChelsFX for the makeup effects, you can now follow for pictures of shirtless.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so funny.
But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, you can find the shirtless Santa in the ChelsFX Instagram story. We'll be there promptly after the show.
Oh, that's good stuff. Now you are going to be doing 12 Days of Christmas.
Sure am. Sure am. They're going to start on the 14th and go till Christmas.
Nice.
Perfect.
Wait for that.
This is going to be one of them.
Mrs. Claus, love it. Love it. And these are going to be on your ChelsFX page?
Yes, yeah.
Check it out, folks. Go give it a follow. Go give it some likes. I'm so excited.
I love when other people pull it up because then I can reminisce, I did do that.
You're like, oh yeah, that was me.
Mm-hmm. Yo, those were so much fun. The Forever Face Sally contest.
That was fun.
Faces. They were fun.
Yeah. I've hinted that it would be cool if they brought it back because a lot of people got into it. A lot. And I just don't think we have as much of a following on Dead Bitches Brunch that they would get the same response. So that's why I would like the Alley to do it again.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun.
I'm taking notes of that right now as we speak, just so you know. that will be the Pettibones' next official.
The next one.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh, I love this with the little ornaments stuffed in there. Of course, always love a clown.
Always. It's my favorite makeup to do because you can just do anything.
Clowns are fun.
It works. You know what I mean? It's always creepy. It always works. You can do any color combination. I love it.
This is what I was trying to use for my inspiration for all the crap that I've got on my face. I was like,
I kind of love it.
I'm like, I think it was kind of like this. I'm like, we'll just go for it. So good. That's a good bullet hole.
Thanks.
Little cockroaches coming out of there. Nice.
Those cockroaches were made out of I don't even know. They were made out of this, I want to say cardboard material, but it was very hard, particle board, some things that furniture is made out of. And I had to cut through them and it was so hard. I destroyed them in the process. I'm like, how am I going to cut these?
So plastic cockroaches are just as hard to get rid of as real ones. So
yes.
Noted. Oh, Hellboy look. Love it.
Nice.
Love the accurate depiction of what it's like to step on Legos.
That was so fun. Getting them to stick was so hard, though.
Oh, you know what I'd love to see pictures of again, or even rewatch the video, was the president of the Alley, Stocks Boogie himself, as what was it? The snowman. He had a
yes. I remember that. That was fun.
Was that a long time ago?
I think it was
it was last Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, it's not on Instagram. It was in the Alley.
Oh, in the Alley. Okay.
Yeah, he was doing a a presidential speech or something, and we did him up like a snowman. He had this like long carrot nose. That was fun.
Love it. So yeah, folks, check it out. ChelsFX, and you will see the 12 days of Christmas looks on there. Fun. Well, time has just been flying by here tonight, girlies.
Sure has. I didn't even realize the time.
I know.
I think I've always had this like paranoia with the show of like looking at the time, like making sure like I've got enough stuff to like fill an hour, you know, and as you're like going down the list, like you have this internal panic. It's like, how long can I make this segment stretch out for? But then at the same time, just be like, fuck it. Like just like be in the moment and enjoy it and stuff. And it's been so fun. Any exciting, you know, end of the year plans for you ladies, or any fun little special Christmas traditions that you guys do?
Just the usual, spending it with the fam, doing these makeups. So that's how I'm ending my year.
Yeah, going out with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
I hear ya. What about you, Miss Pettibone? Miss Pettibone, you have all the trees, which I'm obsessed with.
We have trees, yeah. So, a little bit out of hand, but yeah, they're here. So decorating the trees November 1st. But yeah, now that we're hitting December, we're hitting the holiday these that are popping up. This weekend we did what they call a jingle, and it was really cool. They had actual carolers. We got our picture with Santa. They had hot cocoa here, there, and everywhere. We did a Christmas parade. It was really cool. I would have liked to go to the new Michigan Museum of Horror today because the Grinch was going to be there, but you can only pack so much shit into one weekend.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. There is a Charles Dickens festival, I believe, is next weekend in Holly, which is right around the corner from us, which I think would be super cool because Charles Dickens, fucking badass. Anything vintage, antique is amazing. So, yeah. We have in Michigan the Christmas Wonderland store, Bronner's. We're going to hit that at some point and probably try to hit up the Christmas Haunted House too. So
fun.
You know what I'll be doing for the rest of the year? Packing my bags and moving to Michigan.
I know.
That's what I'm doing for the rest of my year.
Oh, I feel that every day. I saw a mug the other day and all it said was, I wish you lived next door. And the first person I thought of was Leah. And I'm like, oh, I need to move to Michigan.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, who do you want to hang out with? I want to hang out with Leah.
Mm-hmm. All the time.
I have to make you big screen here though for a second, girly, because you just have looked so demented and have like tripped me out.
I love it.
With the black teeth and the cookie cutter.
I'm like looking like.
Turn your face to the side so we can see the cookie cutter on there.
Yeah, I was a little bit
light bulbs, earrings.
Yes.
I love it.
Settings so I can make flash and do fun
stuff.
Oh
my god, I love it.
Festive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was worried. I was thinking I wasn't gonna be able to smile or laugh, but it's been sticking just great. So I took ChelsFX tips and laughing and talking with a cookie cutter glued to my face this whole time.
I love it.
Oh, I love it. And I love your Mrs. Claus look. Are you going to do like a little pun on there? With
Sure am.
Claus as well?
Sure am.
Fun.
I love it. You almost like the Mrs. Claus from the Horrorcore for Tots tea.
That was my idea.
Hey.
And so then I did this makeup and Steve's like, are you ripping off your own idea?
Yes. I'm expanding upon it, Steve.
Yes. Yep.
Giving them promotions. And then this is just a lot of goo that has slowly been sliding down my face.
I love it. So when I saw you post like the like when the latex was setting, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be so cool.
I didn't start on this until yesterday. I used everything I have at my house other than I did have to go buy the candy canes. But
Awesome.
I had an idea. I used masking tape
Mhm.
and then I cut apart the candy canes and I hot glued those onto the masking tape. And then I did latex over that and I let that dry
Ah.
as like a really chunky prosthetic. And then I was able to like stick it on there and then do more latex. And then it's just like a bunch of fake blood.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah. So just kind of, I was like, I'll be a tiny screen, so it's okay. But yeah, this one over the sides, the sides, like this one slowly like slipping down. I also glued my eye open as well while I was doing this, so that looked really great. Like I was like, why do I look like I'm seizing? Like what's going on? And it's because my eye is glued open.
I do that with lash glue sometimes. When I put my lashes on, I stick it to my eyebrow. I'm like, oh my God.
I usually glue my eyes shut with the lash. You know what? Actually, we have another guest just coming to pop in real quick before we end this.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
That's so cool.
He's here to wreak havoc in our house for the evening.
I think actually December 5th is the official Krampus day.
Yep.
As well. So yeah, he's just sliding in early for the holidays at the Pettymode house.
He's hanging out there before he goes to get all the little kids.
Right. Yeah. Drag them to hell.
Something outside, and I'm like, it's probably Krampus coming to get you because you guys are bad. So
if I had kids, I would totally make them believe in Krampus.
Oh, yeah. So we have an elf on the shelf, and she's crazy. She's maniacal. She does crazy shit every night. And last night she brought an elf on the shelf size Grinch to be her partner in crime, so to speak. But I said earlier we have Krampus on the mantle, so the kids already wrote her a letter asking if she could sprinkle some magic on Krampus so that he could be magic too. TJ's like, why do you want him to be magic? He's just gonna do bad stuff. And they're like, yeah, we want it. And I'm like, of course.
Of course you do.
He's like, what if he poops in your stocking? And they're like, we want it.
I love your kids. Poop in the stocking.
Oh, that's too cute. Well, folks, I think that is about a wrap for us here tonight. We will be back next week with Jenna Lee. She was on our show way back when we knew a little bit less on what we were doing. Now we know a little bit more. We still don't really know what we're doing. But she is coming back on next Sunday with us, and we are going to have a really fun all things Tim Burton episode. So it's gonna be fun. So make sure you guys tune in and check us out next week, and make sure you check us out on all our socials and especially ChelsFX, because it's starting next week, your 12 days of Christmas.
The 14th, whenever that is. I have no concept of time.
10 days from now.
10 days from now.
All right, 10 days. Wow, the year's flying by.
I know. It just seems like once October hit, it just went like fast forward.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been going by really fast here. Well, girlies, thank you so much for another wonderful episode. Thank you, ChelsFX. Thank you, Leah,
for having me.
Oh, as always, a delight. A delight. We always love a spooky queen that loves Christmas just as much as our black hearts do.
Yes.
So anyways, folks, check us out online and check us out next week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching and sharing, and stay dead.